My name is Natalie Hinton, and I am your host for Education Chat, a podcast by students for students in the Inland Empire. In today's episode, we will be chatting about the importance of volunteering as a student. Volunteering is defined as freely giving your time and labor for community service. From a young age, it is one of the first opportunities a student can participate in to gain real-world work experience. Even as students grow and start to focus more on school, extracurriculars, or even part-time jobs, the act of volunteering still stays accessible to anyone who wants to. It is an important part of our community, and summer is the best time to participate in it. In today's episode, a student with over 450 completed volunteer hours will be sharing the benefits that come with volunteering. And we will also speak with the director of a volunteer program that is unique to California and is offered at 8 of our universities and colleges. In the Inland Empire, a majority of high schools and college programs require their students to complete a certain number of volunteer hours to graduate. This means that at some point in their academic career, most students will volunteer their services to their community. If you recall our last episode of Education Chat highlighting honors programs across the Inland Empire, Crafton Hills College's Honors Institute required students to serve a minimum of 15 hours giving back to their community. It may be seen as a fleeting moment in their lives, but it makes a significant impact and it comes with a ton of benefits. Depending on the type of service, you can develop career skills and interests, network with like-minded people, improve your mental health, and figure out what your true passions are. Our guests will continue to touch on those advantages that you gain while volunteering throughout our episode. In your community, there are plenty of volunteer opportunities ready to seek you out. But did you know that there is a volunteer program for college students that's unique to California? At 8 of the different colleges and universities in the Inland Empire, there is a program called College Corps. It provides college students with the opportunities to tackle 3 unique statewide challenges while making connections, growing their resumes, and receiving an allowance for their hard work. But don't just take my word for how intriguing the program sounds. Here to tell us more about the program is the director of the Riverside City College Corps, Darci Manzo Piron. So thank you so much for meeting with me today, Darci.
Of course, happy to be here.
So I would love you to introduce yourself. Tell us your name and a little bit about what you do with College Corps.
Yeah, of course. So my name is Darci Manzo Piron. I'm the director of College Corps at Riverside City College. I've been here for about 2 years now, so 2 rounds of College Corps here. Prior to this role, I was at the University of Redlands working in the Office of Community Service Learning. So I was overseeing all of their community children's programs, and they actually have a service graduation requirement over there. And so I help the students fulfill that requirement by working with nonprofit organizations. And yeah, it's a really great time to be involved in College Corps. Prior to my work in higher ed, I actually was in the nonprofit sector, primarily working with arts nonprofits. I co-founded a nonprofit for a lab that's still going strong in LA. And so this role really brings together my career experience and my passion for civic engagement and community service. And, College Corps being a new program in our region and throughout the state, it's just a really exciting time to be involved in it.
Sounds like you know your stuff. So I would love for you to explain to us what exactly is College Corps and what is it primarily trying to focus on?
Yeah, for sure. So College Corps is a new, I think we're like 3 years in, statewide program, and it's a paid service program. And it was designed to provide meaningful community service opportunities for college students in exchange for earning money for college. So it's like a win-win for the individual college student and the benefit of our communities. There are 3 core goals to College Corps. The first goal being it's to create a generation of civic-minded leaders with the ability to bridge divides and solve problems within our own communities. Number 2, help students graduate college on time and with less debt, and we always want that. And then goal number 3 is to address societal changes that help build more equitable communities across California. So that's what makes College Corps really cool, is that we are engaging, 10,000 college students across the state to do this community work. And So the way that that works on the ground in person, the day to day, is that we match college students, our fellows, with a nonprofit organization or a school or a local agency, and they serve about 15 to 20 hours per week throughout the academic year. And when they hit 450 hours, they are eligible for an education award that will total up to $10,000 to help pay for college.
That is very nice, especially just
Yeah.
volunteering and being able to actually volunteer and also be rewarded for that.
Yeah, I think it brings value to service. I think we all want to, make our communities better and be involved, but sometimes we don't have time. That is a luxury to have time and energy to put towards those efforts. But now, while you're in college and you have a lot going on and you're exploring different careers, you can actually be paid for an internship, for a fellowship. And I just wanted to mention that this program, like I said, it's throughout California, but here regionally, we're on 8 different campuses, which I think is incredible. So, of course, RCC, Riverside City College, Moreno Valley College, Norco College, Crafton Hills, San Bernardino Valley, UCR, and Cal State University San Bernardino. And we all work together with the region to make sure that our fellows, are serving our most critical issues.
Yeah, and I really like how you mentioned exploring different careers because this is also an opportunity that lets you discover a new passion that you might like because you guys have three goals that you can attach a student to. Do you want me to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, let's do that. So there are 3 different focus areas um, that different campuses focus on. And so our first one would be K through 12 education. So fellows can go in and they can tutor and mentor in the classroom, after school programs, different nonprofit organizations, help do homework help, lead workshops and activities. We work with local schools and nonprofits alike. I believe Cal State San Bernardino primarily focuses on K through 12 education, and I know they have such a strong educational department. It just is such a great fit for fellows that are looking to go into education to be teachers, be administrators. We also focus on food insecurity. So our fellows go in and they help with local food pantries, distribute food, community events, working in a community garden or a farm, which is very cool. We have a lot of those here, or serving meals or cooking in a community shelter or a kitchen. And so we work with organizations, big and small. So we work with Feeding America, which is this incredible nonprofit in our region. And then we also work with smaller local food pantries, College of the Desert. Did I mention them before? They're in our list too. College of the Desert, they work primarily in food insecurity with find food banks throughout the region. Our last one is climate action. And so this is where fellows can focus on environmental education. They can work with groups like Tree People or Keep Riverside Clean and Beautiful or all of our city sustainability offices to work with greening public lands, river and creek cleanups, or community events and outreach and education.
Yeah, it sounds like there are many topics that are covered, and there's pretty much something for everyone who wants to be a part of College Corps to be able to give back to their community. So, I really want to know because this episode is all about the benefits of volunteering and why it is so important. Can you tell me about both the tangible and the intangible benefits that come with College Corps?
Of course, specific to College Corps, but just service all around when you are in college or even as a high school student. There's a lot of research out there now that shows how beneficial that serving your communities while you're in school is. I think tangible takeaways from this experience is the money, right? $10,000 is a lot of money that can help pay for educational expenses. And the way it breaks down for College Corps is that our fellows get a monthly living stipend. So you are, rewarded pretty quickly when you do your service throughout the entire time. So you can sustain that service. And then, like I said, when you hit that 450 hours at the end of the academic year, you're eligible for an additional $3,000 to get that education award. So that's a big chunk of money that can really help you graduate or pay for college. And then, of course, the career experience that we were talking about, and these professional development opportunities. So having a paid fellowship from the governor's office on your resume, that, helps no matter what you want to go into. And I think just having the chance to go into the workforce, like you said, kind of explore the different aspects of a career or an interest. I've had a fellow last year, I had a few fellows have gone into this thing, I'm just here for the money. And they come out and have such a great experience. They're changing career paths into social work or to go into politics. And it's just really exciting to see that there can be that professional and career transformation and opportunity within this program. And I think also you build a community of like-minded people, right? So you not only do we match you with your host site and you're there and you're serving, you're working and you're meeting new people. And, if you work with kids, that's like a whole nother awesome thing that comes with it. But we build a community within our own cohorts and within our region. So you really have the chance to network and to meet people that are, share the same interests, maybe not the same focus area of service, but you're doing the same type of work for your community. And that is just so good for a student to feel a sense of belonging, right? You have your very own community. And I was going to add the mentorship, right? So every campus has program staff, the most dedicated and passionate people I have ever met, I think, because we all believe that this is so beneficial, not only to the student, but to our communities. And so you gain mentors, right? You have a mentor on campus at your college with your College Core staff. You have a mentor at your host site out in the community. You get to be a mentor. So there really is this aspect of relationship building and community building that, can be hard to find when you're new to college or you're like just trying to get through college, right? It's pretty hard. Intangible, I think the civic engagement piece, whether you go into this knowing it or not, you really are becoming an active citizen. You're participating on a broader level to make our communities better, to impact the decision makers and the people that make change. You are a change maker in the community. That's really what I like about it. I think what I think is so special about the Inland Empire community college in general, but for College Core, is that our fellows are serving the communities that we live and work in, right? So we are utilizing and we're helping to fill a gap in the organizations that we use day to day, that our kids, attend the schools that we serve at. We go to the food pantries, we, attend the churches that are here. And so I really think to have the opportunity to be ingrained in our community is just really unique to this region. And then lastly, I mean, there's a ton, like I said, I could go on forever about this, but I think the improved mental health. So there is research that shows, students who feel isolated or lack that sense of belonging, they drop out or they're not able to graduate. And building this sense of, I think, responsibility, for the community and accountability and to the other fellows in your cohort really help develop that sense of belonging and community of your own to persist, to continue on to graduation and to see what else you can do in the world, right? So it really is a great stepping stone into what are we doing after college and how do we be an active participant in our communities.
Yeah, and I'm really glad this program is at 8 schools in the Inland Empire, both including community colleges and our universities. Do you know if there's any more plans to expand to the other schools in the Inland Empire?
I hope so. We'll see. It depends on the state budget. For the next 2 years, it's these 8. Hopefully, it will expand in the next cycle of College Core. But College Core is expanding. It's one of the programs of the California Service Corps, which includes Climate Corps, AmeriCorps, College Corps, and Youth Job Corps. Right, so it's the largest service initiative. State or nationwide, I think. And so it does continue to grow and gain traction. And again, it needs the support of our local leaders, of our politicians, and able to continue to pay our fellows. And I think it's just so important that these opportunities are paid opportunities, right? Because it is hard to pay for college.
Yeah.
And it shows value. We value our students no matter who you are. You can be a fellow, and we value your time, your energy, and your efforts and your service to our communities.
And I want to make sure, is this opportunity available to any student who's at one of these 8 colleges?
For the most part, yes, and that's what's so wonderful about it. So it is open to undergraduate, full-time undergraduate students at participating campuses. And you have to qualify for a Pell Grant, a state Cal Grant, a middle class scholarship, or need to work part-time or take out loans to afford education. So it really is a broad, requirement. Of course, that is part of your financial aid package. So it does vary through campus. But for the most part, College Core is designed to meet students where they're at. And I think the best part, the most exciting part about College Core is that it's open to AB 540 DREAM Act students, our undocumented students. And so College Core was really designed to have a diverse service workforce. And we are making sure that all students can participate in this because it is so impactful to them and our communities.
And I'm sure after a lot of people watch this episode, they're going to consider joining this program.
I
So
hope so.
I'd love for you to give your own kind of message or advice for anyone who is considering joining this program.
Yeah, of course. I say go for it. I mean, there's no experience necessary, right? So I had a fellow last year and she told, a room full of us that she had never participated in anything in high school for multiple reasons. And she really put herself out there. She heard about College Core on a whim, put herself out there, and really dived in and made the most of this opportunity. She's now, she wants to pursue a career in social work. She's going to do College Core at UCR. And so she really, found her community and her calling. And but all it took was her kind of stepping through that opportunity. So I say go for it. All of our campuses have a web page with all of the information. You can go on California Volunteers website. All of the information is there as well. Um, you know, a lot of colleges we're starting to onboard our fellows for next cohort, but we have wait lists that are open. Some people are still accepting fellows. If you are interested, if it's your first year in college and you just want to see what's about, talk to the program staff, go attend a service event, go, see what they're up to, and just stay in touch, because like I said, as we continue to grow, more and more fellowships will be available. And I think I'm a little biased, but I think here in the Inland Empire, with the help of GIA, we do such a good job of building up this program and expanding it and supporting each other. So I imagine that more and more fellowships will be available.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with me today, Darcy.
Yeah, of course. My pleasure.
Thank you, Darcy, for educating us on what exactly the program entails. College Core was created specifically for college students, and it is important to chat with a current student and let them share their experience of what it has been like to be in the program. We can also gain more insight on the benefits of volunteering by looking at it through a student's perspective. To chat about her experience, we are joined by education major Brenda Mendez from Riverside City College to speak about her time spent in the program and what she gained from it. Thank you so much for meeting with me today, Brenda.
Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
So would love for you to introduce yourself to our audience, tell us your name, what you're studying, and about your involvement with College Core.
Of course. So my name is Brenda Mendez. I will be transferring to UCR this upcoming fall. I will be majoring in education, society, and human development. I was part of cohort 2 at Norco College, where I serve as the ambassador for the Riverside City College district. And I completed my 450 hours in our food insecurity branch through our basic needs and wellness center at Norco College.
Yeah, so you had all those 450 hours to complete the program, so I'm sure you know better than anyone about College Core. So I would love for you to tell us, what is its primary mission?
So College Corp's primary mission is for higher education to be more accessible to students by providing them with a $10,000 award, which is divided into 10 monthly stipends and an educational award at the end of the year, all while engaging students in their communities. So you do complete your service in the community of where your college is located at.
Yeah, and you told us that you were working in the food insecurity branch. I would love to know, why did you pick that primary area?
So there are actually 3 branches to the program. There's education, K through 12, climate action, and food insecurity. I chose food insecurity because one of the things I love about College Corps is the flexibility that you have um, with the program. So your primary focus is being a student. So they really focus around your school schedule, your studying hours. So the flexibility they gave me was having a job on campus, which worked perfectly for me. I didn't have to worry about my commute time. I didn't have to worry about my schedule not aligning with my classes. So if I had like a 2 hour gap between my classes, I can just easily roll over to my service site and complete my hours there, which made completing my 450 hours very easy because I had accessibility to my service site on campus. I initially wanted to serve in K through 12 because my intended major is education. So I do want to become an elementary school teacher. I have to do my second option, which was food insecurity.
Yeah, it's still a great program to do, especially if you are going into elementary school ed. We had one of our first episodes in our new season was talking about nutrition and how important that is for kids. So I'm glad you know that too, as an elementary school teacher, coming in knowing kids need this food to be fueled.
Mhm.
And I would say personally, just hearing your testament, that College Core definitely helped you with your educational journey. Would you agree?
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah.
And do you
Yeah.
think that it's helped prepare you for the future coming ahead when you transfer to UCR?
Of course, yeah. College Corps has offered me with the opportunity to grow professionally. In my case, as an AB 540 student, work study is not available to us. Therefore, the accessibility to a job is not the same as the average student. Um, for those of for those who are listening in and do not know what AB 540 means, it basically means that you're undocumented. We do not qualify for federal grants. Therefore, work study is not an option, and neither getting a job off campus. College Corps is more than just a serving opportunity to me. Just as much as I'm giving to my community is giving back to me without even knowing. It has provided me a safe pathway to receive an income to cover my basic needs and better focus in my academic career. So my educational journey hasn't been easy, and it's just because of the barriers that I do have to stumble through as an AB 540 student. But College Corps really just gives me the security that I'm in a safe place
Mhm.
while generating an income. As much as I love serving my community is also serving me by providing me the opportunity to have that monthly stipend, to not worry about outside barriers that influence my academic career. I can better focus in my academic career while also serving my community.
Yeah, and this is definitely an important program for those who do want to volunteer, but it's not as accessible to them through things like school and having to work. And you yourself, you're a mother, I'm sure that takes up a lot of your time. So it's good that this program is in place to help with that and let people experience the benefits of volunteering. And since you had all those
Yeah.
150 hours, I'm sure there were lots of moments that really spoke to you. But is there a moment during your time and your service that you'll just keep with you for the rest of your life?
College Corps has had such an immense impact in my life. It's really hard to pinpoint one exact moment, but I would have to say that one of the greatest experiences that College Corps gave me was attending an ambassador retreat in Sacramento. I was able to connect with ambassadors across the state of California. We participated in a weekend retreat as well as a service activity together, and being in a room filled with such genuine and kind-hearted human beings really gave me hope that one day things much will be much different for us AB 540 students. The amount of support they express for our community gives me hope that the leaders of tomorrow will make our country a much better place. And it's through the love and passion that I saw that they had to serve. That room, just you walk in and just that vibrant eagerness to serve our communities, you can feel it in an instant. And it was such a great experience to be in that room. I'm forever grateful for the opportunities College Corps has given me, because during that retreat, I also had the opportunity to speak with Chief Service Officer Josh Friday, where we had such a genuine conversation about the opportunities given to AB 540 students and how great College Corps has been for us and the immense impact it has in our community and how much accessible higher education is to us because of College Corps. So I would think that's like the greatest impact and experience I take away from College Corps. Of course, I have my day-to-day experiences in my service. But I feel like when you're in service, it's more about giving the community what they need. That sometimes it is a little bit harder to leave your service area taking something away. You know, every day I just felt so grateful because I saw the need within my own campus community for basic necessities and just leaving feeling grateful that I was able to be there to provide that for them. Our basic needs program was fairly new. This was the second semester, fall was the second semester that program had been in our campus, and just seeing how much the numbers increased. I mean, they didn't just double, they grew by like 150% more, you know, like it was crazy. Like students didn't know about the center, students didn't know that these tools were accessible to them, and they were struggling to get through their academic career because they were not aware of the help that was there for them, and they were struggling with meeting their basic needs, with housing, just with so many other things that the center provides for them that they weren't aware of. And we were able to increase the knowledge of that program on campus and get more students to come in and help them out. So just seeing that those numbers really just was a testament to the impact that College Corps had on our campus. And that's just, you know, one service site. That's not counting all the other service sites that we impact.
Yeah, and to close out this interview, I would love for you to give your own personal message to any students who are thinking about joining College Corps. They might be interested in it. What do you want to say to them about your experiences and what they need to know for the future?
I would just tell them to do it. College Corps will open up so many doors that you don't even know were closed for you before. Through this program, I was able to gain mentors, friends, and opportunities that I would have never imagined were out there for me. It is more than just a service opportunity. It is more than just a $10,000 award. It's a life-changing opportunity that gives you such a unique outlook on life through your service and the people you meet along the way. So I would just tell them, you know, especially if you're a first-year student, and you're having a hard time connecting with your campus, College Corps is a great way to get out there and network and meet different people from different backgrounds and connect in such a deeper and meaningful way.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with me today, Brenda.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
I want to give a big thank you to Brenda for sharing with us about your experience in College Corps. In today's day and age, volunteering is becoming more accessible than ever. Some students may feel lost figuring out where to start, but your school may have all the resources you need. For example, the University of Redlands even has their own volunteer center with the specific purpose of matching students to volunteer opportunities. And if you're an AB 540 student looking for an opportunity to give back to your community while being compensated, College Corps is an excellent option that will welcome you into their program with open arms. No matter how old you get and experienced you may feel, volunteering allows you to join a risk-free environment that encourages you to expand your horizons. The benefits of meeting new connections, gaining valuable experience, improving your mental and physical health, and discovering new passions are outmatched. Don't forget that summer is the perfect time to get out and volunteer, so if you haven't done so this season, I highly encourage you to take at least one day to give back to your community. Thank you for volunteering to watch this episode of Education Chat, and I hope to chat with you again soon.